Hello everyone, it's Shalia. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share the best of the best Disney Dreamlight Valley improvements thus far in this video today. These improvements follow no particular order, so just because I mention one first or last, it doesn't mean I like it any less. But I will tell you if I absolutely love it. I'm going to start out with my favorite, and the reason this is my favorite isn't because it's anything special. It's just a great organizing improvement. I'm talking about one of the newest improvements that was introduced in Update 13. Yes, the very newest update, and it is tracking duties and crafting recipes. Now, for me, tracking duties has become an absolute must when completing the star path. This new feature has really kept me on track. In fact, it works so well that I'm down to my last 3 star path duties, but we have 30 days left to complete it. I have never done this in my entire time playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. I totally recommend using this feature, and if I were rating this, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. The next one I love just as much as tracking duties. This one came to us in Update 6 when Vanellope was introduced. If you guessed Dream Snaps, you would be correct. Even if you are a novice player and have trouble decorating, Dream Snaps will still pay out with some free moonstones. Now, will you get enough to buy everything every week? No. But with the addition of the recommended items in Update 13, you can always buy those items later when you have enough moonstones. And if you don't know what the recommended items are, they are items that you didn't buy previously. They're always going to recommend, not always, but almost always going to recommend items that you have not yet purchased. So they will be there. They will come back around eventually. And then of course we have to give an honorable mention for the hide custom items toggle in camera mode, which also came with Update 13. That prevents custom items from ruining your perfect dream snap. Come on, let's give kudos to them for doing this for us. And since we're on the topic of multiplayer, and yes, Dreamlight Valley considered dream snaps the first step to multiplayer, the Valley Visit Station was introduced in Update 8, which truly brought multiplayer to the game, in my opinion. We finally had a way to visit our friends' valleys and buy items from their shop, which most likely would offer different items than our own store. We could also collect pixel shards that could be used at our crafting station to make unique potions. However, this first true multiplayer feature lacked excitement after the first couple visits because there was really nothing to do but just run around your friend's valley and look at their things. And yeah, that was exciting the first time, but if they don't change it up, you kind of like, well, this isn't all that fun. And of course, if Scrooge's shop doesn't have anything you want, then the only thing you're going for are the shards. Fortunately, in Update 10, we finally got the ability to use our tools, including the camera at our friends' valleys, which does make hanging out with friends a little more fun. Now, moving on, I love how Scrooge's store has gone through so many changes. The Dreamlight Valley team has truly listened to all of us and really worked hard at making shopping at Scrooge's store much more enjoyable. It all started in Update 9 when they remodeled the shop. Actually, they made it bigger to offer more items, but that still gave us veteran players that own all of those clothing items half a store with sold out signs, and which, by the way, those sold out signs showed up in Update 3. That's how long we've been looking at those sold out signs, and of course they are still in the game. However, the addition of even more furniture in Update 13 filled those empty sold out shelves with more furniture. So beginner players, you have something to look forward to once you've bought all those clothing. Update 9 also brought us the ability to buy more items when ordering from Scrooge's catalog. That was a definite win for all of the decorators out there. And the addition of the red dot came in Update 5, which was the remembering update, and in my opinion was absolutely hands down the best content update thus far. Not because of the little red dot though, but this little red dot allowed us to know which furniture items we already purchased from Scrooge and helped us so we didn't buy any duplicates of items we don't want or need. Of course, as with a lot of new features, this function didn't always work quite right. I believe they've gotten all the kinks out of this one, but I wouldn't know since I so rarely see a red dot anymore. How about you? And also speaking of Update 5, our wardrobe got a lot more exciting with the addition of mannequins. Now, the mannequins have to be crafted, but once crafted, we can place 5 mannequins per room inside our houses. Unfortunately, to this day, they are still glitchy, but the Dreamlight Valley team did finally redeem themselves in Update 12 by adding favorites in our wardrobe. And they also added this feature to furniture mode as well. For the wardrobe, this allows us to now save 4 preset outfits, including pet companions. and we could add individual clothing items to our favorites. This update also brought us a search function to find our favorite clothes or items quickly utilizing a text box, which this is great. Don't go searching for colors because we already have that capability. Just go ahead and type something in there like maybe green dress, something like that. If you want something specific, you really have to do that here. But it's still worth talking about and I still enjoy it. And while we're on the topic of our wardrobe, this next improvement, and I guess we can call it that, is a lot of fun to play with. You may or may not know about this one, but it came with the Mulan update, which is update 11. This little gem gave us new hairstyles, and with a couple of them, we have the ability to change the color of the hair accessories. I love this one so much, and I use it every time I change my outfit. It's really simple to do, but keep in mind these hairstyles will not allow you to have different colors in your hair. You have to choose the hair color, which is the first color block, and then the second color block is for the hair accessories. And even though we can't have two colors in our hair, I really love that they added this feature. And I really wish they would add it to the other hairstyles as well, but give us 3 color blocks. So one is just for, the hair accessories. This next improvement was handed to us in update 5. Again, the best content update, in my opinion. We finally got bordered paths. Are they perfect? No, but they do look absolutely great in the valley. Of course, they couldn't stop there. In update 11, they gave us the ability to change our entire pathway from borderless to bordered, or to change it to an entirely different path. This update definitely changed the way I look at bordered paths. I only used the bordered path when it originally came out to cover new areas in my valley, since changing them all to bordered would have been a real pain before update 11. In update 3, we were introduced to new house skin colors, which allowed us to choose from 6 different colors for our original main house. This was awesome right up until they started adding new player house skins in the premium shop, and then the color changes were totally forgotten. At least I had forgotten them before this video. In update 5, we couldn't just change our house skin to a new premium house skin. We could also place multiple player house skins around our valley. This was such a fun update, but unfortunately, it left a lot of us wondering what to do with all those extra house skins, as we wanted to place them all throughout our valleys, but our valleys were getting too full of villager houses and other NPC buildings. Thank God they introduced the expansion pass that allowed us to move houses and buildings from one game to the other. So if you are getting cluttered and you don't have the expansion, go get it now, because there's a new one coming out here real soon, which will give us a lot more room to place houses. Now, this next feature was introduced to us originally in update 4. We finally got a way to move around our valleys faster by sprinting when well fed. Now, this original sprint feature really didn't go over well, and it was basically because of the amount of energy it took to sprint for just 30 seconds. Fans all over social media were complaining about the energy factor, so they revamped this to allow us to sprint longer with less energy. Then in update 11, we were introduced to a new glider for sprinting. If you purchased the Island Getaway House Bundle, the surfboard glider was included in that, and it is still available for purchase under the shop tab in the main menu of the game. This now allowed us to change from the original sparkles that you would normally see to glide or sprint to the surfboard while sprinting. I find it fun to use the sprint method around the edge of the water at the beach. That is my favorite place to use it. That's where it makes the most sense. Now, in update 13, we received another new way to sprint or hover or glide, and we can now equip ourselves with wings under the glider section of the wardrobe tab. This now allows us to kind of hover, fly around our valleys, which is very exciting, and I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but they're starting to add wings and clothing that actually match each other, so I'm really excited about this one. And to be honest, sprinting has always been a favorite feature of mine, and I'm glad we are finally getting new ways of getting around our valleys. Update 11 also brought us the duplicate function in furniture mode. This has been life-saving for decorating for me, and I can't believe it took this long for us to get this feature, and I had no idea what I was missing out on. Also in update 11, we received some well-needed quality of life features. We were finally able to skip that pesky results screen while cooking, which is a total time saver, and we were introduced to the new toggles to hold a button down for fishing and time bending. Time bending if you do have the expansion. These are also up at the top of my list of the best features in this game. I would absolutely refuse to fish if they took this feature away from us. Now, there have been so many awesome improvements over the last 2 years, and I really hated having to narrow it down to just the ones I mentioned in this video, but if I would have named them all, we'd be here for hours, right? So let's continue the conversation in our comments section. Let me know what your very favorite improvements features are. If you like this kind of content or you need a little help with how to use some of the features in the game, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Oh, and hey, don't forget to like this video too. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.